So, hi guys, today I'm going to discuss this question portions. I would be discussing it with three approaches, and all three would be having different constraints. In the first, this and this constraint would matter. In the second, only this, and in the third, the value of n for n greater than 10 raised to the power 5. Okay, so now let me start. Basically, you would be given some sort of energy drinks, and after drinking each drink, your health could either increase, remain constant, or decrease. And you have to tell that after reaching this position, can you drink this or can or not? Because if till this position your health was positive or greater than zero, after drinking this, it could be positive also, it could be zero also, and it could be negative also. So if it gets negative, then you definitely cannot drink this. But if it remains non-negative, you could drink this. And in this way, you have to find the maximum number of these cans you could drink. So I think the problem statement is pretty clear. Let me directly jump to the logic only. So now suppose you would be given n portions of drinks, and suppose some portions are positive, some are negative, some are zero also, 7, 6, like this also. So if a can is positive or zero, then I would definitely take them, as this wouldn't affect my health at all, or rather it would increase only, so it's a positive effect. But after taking this, I I cannot take this, as after taking this my health would become negative. So I would not take this. So till here my total health is 3 only, and I would take this 7 also. So till now my total health is 10. Now suppose this is minus 6. Now for this minus 6, I had an option whether I would take this, and after taking this, what the maximum number of cans I could drink, and if I do not take this, then the what is the maximum number of cans I can drink. You will now get the DP logic what I'm trying to say. So now suppose this, after minus 6, I had minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, and 3. So basically, if I would have drank this minus 6, my total health would have become 10 minus 6, basically 4. So after this, I could take this only, I would back, and this only. Only 3 extra I could take. But if I would have chosen to reject this, I could have chosen this also, this also, this also, this also. So basically, I got 1 extra. So now I would be implementing this with DP only. So suppose I made a 2D DP, where this I would be telling the number of portions I have considered till now, and this would be telling the total amount of all the, what is this, all the total health. And after considering this, what is the maximum number of cans I am able to drink. So now let me go with on code only. So if the can is having a positive value, then I would definitely consider it. So this dp of I comma sum would be my, as I'm considering this can, so I would add 1 to this, and I would find the answer from the next can to the end, and my sum would also increase. That sum is representing the total health only, and that would also increase by that particular can value. Now, if the can was negative, then I had some options. So after taking that can and my original health became negative, then it is for sure that I would definitely not take that can. So the answer, what would be the answer would be that go to the and go to the cans from I plus 1th can to the nth can, and the sum would remain the same because I haven't done anything with my health. But if on adding the can value my sum remains non-negative, then I have two cases. If I could use this can, that is I am getting from this, or I could not use this can. And then I would just find the maximum value, and this I would just return. So this, you could see that it would definitely work, but the constraints in the problem given were till minus 10 raised to the power 9 to 10 raised to the power 9. So basically, I need an array sort of 2 into 10 raised to the power 9 to hold all the negative and all the positive values. But as I cannot make an array of such a large length, this solution would not pass for this, but it would definitely be passed, I think, with smaller constraints. So basically, I just showed you one approach so that you could get a feel of it. So now let me move on to the another approach. Yeah. So now this approach is also a DP based approach, which I think you could have seen in the editorial also. Uh, but after trying for a long time, I thought this approach was also good as it could also represent the same thing in different ways. Like suppose you have watched the modified knapsack video, those some things were interchanged. Like that only they have considered is this also. So basically now here as the scenario is completely same, I do not need to explain quite a lot. It's just this. Suppose here also I considered a 2D DP of I comma j. This would tell me the maximum health value after drinking the j cans till the ith can. Listen again. After drinking J cans till the ith can. Suppose from 1 till I reached till here. And suppose I drank this can, and this can. So my I value would be something sort of like, for example, 6, and my J value would be 3 only. So this represents how many cans I have actually drank, and this represents at which position I am standing. So this would hold my maximum health. So after this, when I would reach at the I plus 1th can, I would add the health of that can to this value and would find whether whether my health remains positive. If it remains positive or rather non-negative, then I could have an option to take that can or do not take that can. But if if on taking that can my health comes out to be negative, then it is for sure that I would definitely not take that can. So now let me show you in this in code also. So let me zoom it a little bit. Yeah. So basically what I would be doing here is that first I made an DP array, and this is for input. This is just a simple input. Firstly, I would initialize all the elements with minus infinity. Remember here I cannot initialize it with -1 because of the array elements having the negative values as well. Some array could be -10 raised to the power 9 also, and some can have 10 raised to the power 9 also. So because of the array containing negative values also, I need to assign it with some very large negative value. So this infinity I have assigned here as 1e18. So I would be doing this. Now this is my base condition type of thing, or rather the initialization part of that DP table. So basically what it is saying is that suppose I have portions from 0, wait, 1 second, yeah, from 0 till n, and this is the values for the cans which I have drank. So now if I have to drink only 0 can, or rather I haven't drank any can, then the health value is 0 no matter how many cans I would consider. So basically this is that only. Let me zoom it a little bit. So now if I'm considering the case for I comma j, that is till the ith portion, I have to drink j cans. Now to check that condition whether I would take this or not, I would firstly check that till the previous can, how many cans I have drank, and how many cans I have drank, and the maximum health value which I have attained through that. If after adding this my health is positive or rather non-negative, then I have the possibility of either drinking that can or just ignoring that can. This is just the ignoration part, and this is I'm definitely not considering that. And after this I would just iterate over the last row and would check that at which can position my total health value is positive or rather non-negative. Then I would output that can. So basically here the code gets completed, and I think I have explained it enough. Oh yeah, this part also got completed. And now the greedy part, which would be working in both the cases. Now, this was pretty observation based. If you would have observed it and could have solved some questions based on data structures and their implementation part in code forces, then you would have definitely solved this question. But the main part is obviously the observation part. So basically, for this greedy solution, let me take an example sort of thing. 4 -3 -1 2 minus 1 minus 6 minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 3. Suppose I have this array. Now after taking this I would definitely take because this is positive. If I take this, my health, my overall health is positive again. So what I would do is that I would store this minus 3 in some data structure which always have minimum value at the first index. So by now you would have got the intuition what data structure would you be using, but let me tell you the proof also. So I would be able to consider this element and my total health would still be positive or rather non-negative, then I would definitely consider this element and would add this in and add this to my data structure, and then I would go to this as I can see that I can also take this one also. So I would take this one and would also add this to my and then this is positive, then I would definitely take this, then I could also take this, but at this position I could not take this. So I would check that whether there is any element which is smaller than this, because if I am not able to take this element I need to free up space so that I could take this element. And if there is some element which is having lesser value, suppose I was having minus 8 here, so if I free up this minus 8 space I could definitely take this minus 6. So I would now check only that if there is any element which is smaller than this element, then I could remove that and would add this. Now, if I have come to this minus 6, then there are only two possibilities. All the elements which are present before this minus 6 are either greater than this, that is from minus 5 till infinity, or rather not infinity, and they are either less than. So if there is any element which is less than this element, then I could remove that lesser element and include this element, and it would and you could also say that the total count is still remaining the same as you are removing this and including this. So you would also see this that after doing this operation I am also increasing my health value, because initially it would have been decreased by minus 2, and now my health value is increased by 2. So basically I have increased my some value also, and my health and my total count of potions is still the same. So I would basically check for all these sort of things, and definitely till the final position I would get my answer. I think you got the intuition behind this. So now let me show you the code also. So basically the code is not very hard or rather that. I'm just using the priority queue because, or rather min priority queue, because it would be storing the minimum element at the first. Initially, I would be assigning the health value is equal to 0. I would take this input, and if after taking this input, my total health is greater than 0, then I would definitely add this and increase my count. And I would also check if whether this element is negative, then I would insert this element in my queue. And if after taking this element my total health gets to negative, I would firstly check if the size of the priority queue I am using, whether it is empty or not. Suppose I have, let me zoom little. Suppose I was having this sort of situation 4 minus 5. So basically at this position I came, I saw that my health got to minus 1, which is negative, and the priority queue I would be having till here would be empty. So it is definitely that I would definitely not take this element. So I would just continue the statement. And if there are some elements in the priority queue, then I would definitely check if there is some element which is lesser than this. So if there is some element, I would remove that, add that, and just pop out this element and insert that negative element in my queue. And then after doing all these operations, I would just output the count value. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if there are any suggestions for my explanation part, please put them down in the comments, and I would definitely try to improve upon that. Uh, Thank you.